Ricky Starks.
The revolution is televised.
I have proven each and every time that I've gone out there, whether it's on Dynamite or Rampage, that I am absolute for a reason.
I'm scared of you. Okay, well, how did you finish this statement as a kid? When I grow up, I want to be, our next guest said, pro wrestler, and he meant it. He's the AEW FTW champion and has a match tonight in Houston. Good morning, Ricky Starks.
Good morning. How are you?
I am good. Okay, you don't look as mean right now. Okay, I'm not afraid anymore.
It looks very deceiving. The charm is all what it's about.
Yes. All right. So you grew up in New Orleans. You watched wrestling with your siblings like a lot of us did. And I know my brother and I would like play wrestle, but never in his mind or my mind was that I was going to be a wrestler. You decided you wanted to be one early. What was it that grabbed you about wrestling?
I think what it was the larger than life characters. My favorite wrestler is The Undertaker. And so something about him really, intrigued me. And I'm a very lively person. I've been like that since I was a kid. So I looked at that as a way of being like, wow, these people can do these things, these crazy things, and I'm capable of doing it as well. So I told my mom when I was, 6 or 7, I said, I'm gonna be a professional wrestler. I'm gonna have some kids. You're gonna have to watch them while I'm on the road. But yeah, I'm gonna be a professional wrestler. So.
What were your parents' reaction on that? Did they think, oh, he's just talking?
My mom, yeah, she was like, oh, okay, and we'll see. But as I got older and I kept up with that dream, she was very supportive. My mom is a very supportive woman, and she comes to my shows. She was coming to my shows when I first started out, and she went to the show in New Orleans recently. So she loves it. She gets into it just as much as I do, obviously.
Yeah. Well, you began training, and as anything, it's one thing to watch it on the other side of the ring. It's another thing to be in the ring. What did that teach you, especially in the early days?
Well, a lot of people don't know. I went through a lot of hardships with the training itself. I lived in a city in Austin by myself, so I slept in my car, slept on couches, just all in the pursuit of wrestling. The training itself was the easy part. It's the mental anguish of going through these things and getting told no, and the ups and downs of it is really the hard part of wrestling in itself that I don't think a lot of people realize. But I wouldn't change it for the world, obviously, because it's made me who I am today.
There seems like there's a whole new spark to wrestling right now and a whole new generation that's loving it. All Elite Wrestling gets a credit for part of that.
Yes. And you know why? It's because we give an alternate to the main competition of WWE that you see. So it's cool to have these people watch our product, come to the shows, support the wrestlers that we have, and build up a new fan base that will go on from people my age to their kids and so on and so on.
Yeah. There's so much excitement when you're at a match. I remember the first time I went, I was like, okay, this is more fun than I thought it would be. But when you see it on TV, you see that there. Obviously, there's the wrestlers and stuff, but everything about it can be electrifying. You look at all the light shows they have there. But the big thing, like at any sporting event, is the fans and getting that feedback and knowing that you're really entertaining people. That was missed during the pandemic. So what was it like to finally get an audience back?
I'll tell you right now, I cried when I went out in front of a live crowd because the energy that you feel from the people is insane. And you missed it, especially with wrestling. Wrestling is built off of the exchange of the wrestlers and the fans, that emotional exchange. So it was great to have. It's also, coming to Houston is great because I love the crowd. Houston always supports every single time.
You have a lot of swagger, as we're seeing right there. Look at that right there.
Thank you.
And how much goes into that? Because do you literally plan out like those kind of moves and how you act, or is that really all you?
That's really all me. I go off a feel. I do things on a very spontaneous level that I surprise myself when I watch it back. I was like, why did I do that?
Yeah.
But that's just me. I just like to do stuff for no reason, really.
Yeah. Well, you're making an impression when you have your own action figure.
Insane. Absolutely insane. Not only do I have one, but I have two. One is a variant, a chase variant that I made fun of. I dressed up as another guy on our show as Darby Allin, and they made a figure of that. But to have my own figure and, go from playing with the figures when I was younger to having it now, it's hard to even put into words. It is crazy.
Okay, well, you have your figure, but do you have a bobblehead doll? Oh, wait, there it is right there. There she is.
No.
Yeah. See?
No.
Yeah.
I'm a real life bobblehead. Okay.
Yeah. Hopefully it's not because somebody punched your head. Okay. People ask this question all the time, I'm sure. How much of it is real? How much of it is acting?
I can't quantify it in terms of percentage, but I will tell you this. Some of the stuff that we go out there and do, obviously there's an air of knowing and awareness beforehand, but falling on the mat and getting hit with chairs and things like that, that's all real. Last year I had broke my neck in the ring on live TV.
Y'all are real athletes,
so,
but you broke your neck. What gets you back in the ring after you break your neck?
It's the drive of wanting to see out my career and do the things that I had set out to do from when I was younger. And so obviously that was a setback that I never had to deal with before. But I wanted to see it through to myself, see it through to my mom and my family, and make sure that I got back in there and had the career that I want, because I'm in control, As I always say, I'm always in control of my own self. So that was the motivation of it. And so I thank God that I didn't have to have surgery, but it was a tough 6-7 months of rehab just to get back in.
Yeah, I remember asking a wrestler, I go, so, you love wrestling? He goes, yeah. And so I asked him that same question I asked you, and he goes, look, the thing is we got to make it entertaining. We're athletes, and we're in there to win. We got to make it entertaining. Otherwise, I'm going to stick to my high school Roman Greco wrestling team, and that's not the same thing, right? All right.
Right.
Dynamite live in Houston tonight. So I know you got to take a nap after you leave us, but what can we expect?
I think so here's the deal. I'm going to be there, obviously, so you can expect more. It's going to be great. But we have so many different wrestlers that I feel like anybody can relate to. On top of that, not only are we doing Dynamite, but we're taping for Rampage, which airs on TNT on Friday nights. So you're getting 2 shows for the price of one. Not only are you getting that, but you're getting live action. You're getting some of the best high flyers that we have in the country, different luchadors that are coming in. It's just to me, it's just the best show that you can possibly go to. It's like a buffet. It's a buffet of wrestling, of entertainment.
I love it. All right, Ricky, give me the side profile. Let's do our thing right here. There you go. Yeah, there you go. Ricky, thank you very much for joining us this morning.
Thank you for having me. This was great.
All right, and we're going to get you a bobblehead doll. Okay. You can catch Ricky Starks and all the stars of the All Elite Wrestling live tonight at 6 p.m. at the Fertitta Center on the campus of the University of Houston. Limited tickets are still available online. For more information, log on to greatdayhouston.com and we will connect you.